Oh, you're right, man. Lord, hold on, man.
Want some more milk?
Yeah, please. Hold on, give me a second.
Welcome to the second season of Hot Ones, the Caribbean edition. We're in Jamaica, bang, 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 for the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. I'm Ashley M., your host of the hottest show on television, and holding court with us today, is attorney at law, investor, and Jamaica's youngest multimillionaire, Able-Don Foote. He became the second largest shareholder of Fontana Pharmaceuticals by the time he was 30. Wow. Criminal justice attorney Able-Don Foote was called to the bar in 2014, and it would not be long before he made his first stock market investment in his early 20s with just 200,000 Jamaican dollars. Several years later, he is one of the Caribbean's most sought-after legal professionals and a major shareholder in multiple lucrative businesses. His appetite for winning and unflinching confidence in himself drives his every decision. Able-Don, welcome to the show.
Wow.
That is quite a resume.
I'm telling you, I was wondering if it was actually me you're talking about or somebody else.
What do you mean? That was you?
It is.
Okay. So, Able-Don, the first question I'm going to ask you, right, is what is your tolerance for pepper on a scale of 1 to 10?
I know, certainly we're going to find out now. I would say about 5. So I like a challenge though, so this should be interesting.
About 5.
Yeah.
And I predicted that you're going to tap out at 5.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'll do better.
You think you'll do better?
I'll think
All right. Well, let's see. We're going into the first one right away, which is the Grace pepper sauce, and it's the garlic flavor.
All right.
So you ready? Let's go. Yeah, man. So Able-Don, it was, go ahead, you don't wait on me. All right, Able-Don, so it was only a year ago that you acquired a $100 million stock market position as the second largest shareholder of the family-founded Fontana Limited. You now control around 1% of the pharmacy company. How do you make decisions as to what to invest in, and why do you think the younger generation should focus on investing to build wealth?
So it offers, when you invest, it offers protection, offers you freedom, and it also gives you independence, which I think every human being should strive to have, those three attributes. In terms of investment decisions, two of the fundamental things I look at before I decide to invest in a company is its management and whether or not I'm getting the company to buy at a, what I would call an undervalued price, and if the company also has strong growth prospects.
Okay.
So you're going to look at how it's positioned in its space, in the industry that it's operating in, if they have a niche or if they have majority control of that particular industry or market. And you're going to look at the management to say, wow, the management has historically proven themselves to run the ship properly. Okay. And the numbers keep on growing, and you're getting the investment at a good price, a reasonable price, I would say.
Nice. Okay. So I think we should move on to the next pepper sauce.
Sure.
Because this one never seemed, this one is nice, you know. It's great, it has a nice flavor, it has a little bit of heat, you know.
Yeah, not bad.
But we can move on to the next one, don't we?
I like how we're starting off.
You like how we're starting off? All right, cool. Let's get the ball rolling. So we're moving on now to Smart Choice Farms Unplugged Scotch Bonnet Pepper Sauce. And this one, them just say it's just hot.
All right.
Yeah, ready?
And it's a flat too, so let's go.
All right, Able-Don, so being a lawyer requires creativity, especially in regards to strategy. Ritical benefited from your creative legal strategies and was acquitted following your representation in the Jamaica Supreme Court. His gratitude was evident with a special mention to you in the song Story.
Right.
So how did you feel when you heard Ritical's mention? And if you could name 3 dancehall songs that you wish you could have been mentioned in, what would they be?
So actually, I didn't even know he was going to put that record out. And when I heard it, I was like, wow, interesting, nice reference. And, oh, I'm feeling this one a little bit. And I think he's a very talented young man that, happened to, by the God's work through me, I would say. He managed to get this kind of superb outcome, because if you look at it, he is the first artist in recent times who has been acquitted of a serious offense. There are a host of artists that have been charged and tried and convicted, and he's the first in recent times out of about 5 named proper artists that have been tried and convicted. So I think it was just God's doing and plan and a lot of hard work and strategy that resulted in that outcome. And I think he's a good person based on my interaction with him, and a talented artist. For songs, wow. And it has to be dancehall, or it can be any genre?
Yeah, because that's what on the topic of.
Good, all right. Dancehall, I like Vybz Kartel's Story. And I also like Alkaline Fast.
Okay.
Those are 2 nice songs that I
You have
like.
one more?
Who would I give that to?
All right, we'll leave it at the 2.
Yeah, let's leave it at the 2 for now.
Let's leave it at the 2.
Yeah.
So moving on from 2, we're going to number 3.
Right,
Yeah?
let's do it.
Okay, so that's Scotch Boys Scotch Bonnet Pepper Sauce. All right, so you ready?
Let's go.
All right, cool. So you're a record-breaking attorney, leading his own private practice while pursuing a lot of investment in your early 30s, making you arguably Jamaica's most desirable bachelor. Ooh. Do you currently make time for dating or a love interest? Also, what are some of the qualities that a man in your position looks for in a companion? We know the ladies are watching and they want to know.
Oh, this is a very... I think somebody's trying to set me up here. Quality, I would say, honorable person. And I would say a woman of virtue. Okay. Because virtue is pretty hard to find. So I would say those are some of the fundamental things I would consider.
And how do you make time for like your love interests or dating or anything?
Time is just something that you don't really have, but it's something you make. And if the pursuit is meaningful enough, you would make time.
Okay. I love what you're saying you and not I would make time.
Speaking in kind of third person, right?
Is it that you don't have the time?
So hot. I would make the time.
You'll make the time. All right,
Yeah.
cool. That's good to know.
This edition of Hot Ones Caribbean is brought to you by the Jamaica Tourist Board.
How did pepper treating you so far?
I can feel it, man.
You can feel it? All right, cool. So we're going to make time now
Right.
for Maggie's pepper sauce, hot and spicy.
Let's do it.
You ready? Yeah, go on, man. I did say number 5, you know. And
I'm at 4 now.
You're doing good.
Thank you.
That's right. A nice bite. If you could go back in time and take on or preside over any case in Jamaican history that you believe you could have a different outcome, right? Who would you represent, or what legal precedent would cease to be?
I understand the concept or the idea behind the question, but as lawyers, we can't at all. Let me phrase it better. We can't at all guarantee the outcome, because it's a process, you know? So you would put in very hard work, hope for the best, and then hope the outcome aligns with your expectation.
Okay.
But the ultimate decision is gonna be for the arbiter, who is either the judge or the jury. And I feel the pepper coming down.
Yeah, so remember you can't bust the giant bread bag, and I noticed you take a sip of the milk already.
And everybody knows, like, interesting cases of the past, I would say, no doubt, the one with Vybz Kartel was a pretty interesting case. I think it would be good to have worked on a case like that with the team.
Yeah, man, that case that it hot like the Maggie pepper sauce.
Yeah, especially from my experience standpoint, you know. I think that would be a very good and interesting case to work on.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Wow.
The pressure.
It's getting worse, sir. So moving on now to Walker's Wood.
Right.
Hot Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper sauce.
All right, you're gonna go before me this time.
Why do you think so?
Because
You don't watch me, you know.
don't watch.
I've been taking way bigger bites than you have, and I've been eating more of my wings than you have.
I think the arbiters of that will be the audience. Let's see. Wow.
All right. So when you share your blessings with the world, especially via social media, it can easily be misunderstood for being hype or as showing off. How do you navigate the misunderstandings about your personality that can come from that perception?
So, in life, whether you're doing right or wrong, people go and talk. As long as you know why you're doing what you're doing, the why, and where it's inspired from, I think that's what counts. Because people see at the surface level but don't know you in depth, you know?
Yeah.
Not many will get close enough to touch you or to understand you. But the people around me know my character and know that it's always done from a genuine place.
Facts.
And I'm a firm believer in a particular scripture which basically says that you should shine your light for the world to see. Because it's really a testament to God the Father who's working through you, you know? It also inspires other people to shine their light as well.
Yeah.
So it's definite, it's almost, I would think, a kind of selfless thing when you look at it from that standpoint, because genuinely, majority, I would say 99% of what I do is to inspire other people.
Nice.
And I would say 100% it would be split between inspiring other people and the ones I care about, the people around me. So it's,
and you know, people are
there's
going to
no
talk.
other inspiration for it other than that,
And
really.
people are going to talk no matter what you do, so you might as well just do what you want.
Yeah, I had a very humbling experience with a young man that basically saw a post of mine. He came by the office, called me up and wanted to meet with me. He was suicidal and he looked at my page and said he got a lot of motivation from a particular post I made. And he decided to get up and make something of himself. And he started his own small business. He's doing very well for himself. He was homeless before. And just being me.
You
know, inspired him to make something of himself. And things like that inspire me too to work harder.
Yeah.
You know, I find that as encouragement as well. And I'm sure he will go on to touch somebody else. And it just goes on. It's just a cycle of inspiration. There's nothing new under the sun. I look at other people for inspiration when I need inspiration too. And that's how life works.
Yeah. So how this show works is that we move on to the next pepper sauce.
Right.
And that is now Maggie's Scotch bonnet pepper sauce. So we had Maggie pepper sauce, one line down. Now we're gonna have Maggie's Scotch bonnet pepper sauce.
So in other words, I'm on number 6.
You're on number 6.
I'm doing well.
Yeah, you exceeded my expectations.
That's good.
And you good so far?
I'm good.
All right, great. Remember I said we can boast the national giant bread bag when ready. And you've been drinking the Nestle Omega milk.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
So it's here, this one, right?
Yeah, you're on that side, yeah.
Okay, good.
So Able-Don, how important of a role does mentorship play in your ability to achieve at such a high level of success at a relatively young age? I mean, you kind of touched on that previously, but expound a little more.
So, from I was a child growing up.
On.
Okay. Your eye too sharp.
You can't have me over here eating and you not doing that.
Wow. Mother, father. I feel this one now, man. What was the question?
The question was, how important of a role does mentorship play in your ability to achieve at such a high level of success at a relatively young age?
So from I was a child, I've always loved older people. Out of all my siblings, I would say I was the one hanging out with all the old gentlemen and you know, older folks generally. And I remember being, as a kid, called force ripe. But,
Okay.
wow. always kind of hurting to the elder because they have so much collective experience and things that they can teach you and pass on to you. That's why I'm saying, even kids that grow with them grandparents, them have a different level of wisdom than their peers, or they end up being ahead of their time. But it has a lot to do not with them, but the values instilled in them and the precepts that they live by. And wow, this is hot.
You want to bust the break? I'll bust it with you.
Can we take a pause?
Sure.
Whoa. No man, this.
That's you?
Yeah. Hold on there, brother.
What up, sir?
Bye. No, you're right, man. Lord, hold on, man.
Want some more milk?
Yeah, please. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second, guys.
A few moments later.
Able-Don.
Yeah.
What's that Maggie Scotch money a whole while ago?
Badly. So I start watering, it's like the
You
whole
ready
works.
to continue or?
Yeah.
This edition of Hot Ones Caribbean is brought to you by the Jamaica Tourist Board.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, cool. So moving on now to Uncle Ducky's.
I tell you, I like a challenge.
You like a challenge?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So ready for Uncle Ducky's now? I'm ready, you know.
Why yours look like it don't have no sauce on it?
Look how it's saucy.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
All right, so ready? Let's go. All right, Able-Don. So Hot Ones features a recurring segment called Explain That Gram, where we look into your Instagram and pull out interesting posts that need some more context. So here's a picture. You're looking good, legs folded, you're sitting on a cobblestone road. Give me a little bit more insights into this picture. What's this up? What's going on?
Oh, the Foote and Casa de Sol.
Yeah.
I was on a family trip with the Foot Patrol. That's like a group of cousins. And we traveled to Puerto Rico in March, and a massive idea hit me. I was walking on the cobblestone driveway, and when it hit me, I was like, wow, this is big. You know, and then I discussed it with them, two of them in particular, and they were like, wow, great idea. So that's something that's still in the works.
Yeah.
That I'm plotting and
Okay, so that picture,
executing.
That picture is the
representation of that, but I can't speak too much about it.
Nah, that's fine.
It's happening behind the scenes.
And I'm sure we're gonna see it soon.
Precisely.
So how this sauce treating you?
Not
like
that
it,
bad.
Uncle Ducky's?
Yeah.
Yeah? That was good? Okay. So let's move
Manageable.
on. It's manageable.
Manageable.
But it's still hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on now to Tuxie's Hot Truff. This is the truffle and scotch bonnet hot sauce.
Right.
You ready for this one now?
This is another scotchy.
Yeah, all of them are full. Most of them have scotch bonnet in there, but we're gonna go.
Let's go. Boy. God, go with me.
So season 2 of Hot Ones Caribbean edition marks 17 years of Tempo, bringing you all the heat in Caribbean entertainment around the region. So which Caribbean island do you believe is most similar to Jamaica, whether it be in the landscape or the people or culture?
I would say the Bahamas.
Bahamas.
It's like a second home to me now. Been there quite a few times, and people are very welcoming. And I have quite a bit of friends there now. I like it a lot. And I would say they like our music and culture.
They like our music and culture. You think they would like our pepper sauce?
They would love it. All of them.
Okay. Well, you can bring one of them when you go back up there.
Which is soon, actually.
Is it soon?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Cool. Oh, yeah, man. Tuxis has that kick.
Hey guys, it's Greedy Girl Cooks and we're back with heat in the streets. We are going to test another sauce. We're at Kingston Jerk. I'm about to go order something nice. I think I might run up and catch this guy and see if he will maybe order something with me and test out the sauce. So let's go. So, what did you order?
I got jerk pork.
Okay, and I got some barbecue pigtail. We are gonna be trying Uncle Ducky's gourmet pepper sauce. Oh, Ooh. Smell good.
Does it?
So I'm gonna, yeah, it does. I'm gonna go in on mine. A little heavy. You know, have to take chances here.
All right, I'm following your lead.
All right, so
It's vegan and dairy free.
yeah. I mean, it looks gourmet. It's giving jerk vibes. So let's see how well it complements the pork. Oh, it tastes good.
Yeah, it does taste good. Actually, it does taste good.
Actually, you say it like you never expected it to taste good.
No, I was the vegan and dairy part threw me off.
Oh, well, yeah. This is pretty good. It's giving vinegar. I have to use my hands. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's giving vinegar, but it kind of remind me of an aioli.
It has this tangy thing too.
It's tangy.
Yeah,
I get Scotch bonnet.
I get that too. It really adds to the flavor of the pork.
You're right. It's making the pigtail taste nicer. But it's not too spicy, actually.
It's not overwhelming.
It's probably like a spice that builds the more you eat it.
Oh, it's a good spice.
But it's more giving, let me see the ingredients. Scotch bonnet, pepper, spices, yeah, vinegar.
Vinegar. A good
You
taste.
get the vinegar,
I get it.
definitely. You know the show Hot Ones?
Wait, Sean Evans?
Yes, there's going to be, they're actually doing a Hot Ones Caribbean, Jamaican edition.
Okay,
And this is one of 5 sauces that will be featured on the show, sponsored by National. Yeah,
I can't wait to see it.
yeah. Sauce is really good.
It really is good.
So that was a really great lunch at Kingston Jerk with Uncle Ducky's hot sauce. And just so you know, all the sauces will be available for sale online at www.natbake.com. On to the next.
The protein for this episode of Hot Ones is provided by CB Chicken, Jamaica's better tasting chicken.
So already know, of course, it's only right that we're on Tempo Network, and Tempo would have House of Tempo hot sauce. Yeah? And this one, they said, taste the vibes. So, a beer vibes in this. You ready for this one?
Let's try. I'm at number 9, guys.
At number 9, we're doing better than we expected.
Oh. Let's go.
Yep. Ready?
Let's go. So you have a question or do I
I do
just
have a question. I'm waiting for you to take your bite.
This is half of it, right?
No, man, I wanted to eat somewhere. So the Jamaica Tourist Board has partnered with Tempo Networks to showcase the best of Jamaican travel which you like to do, and culture in this season of Hot Ones Caribbean edition. So this segment is all things Jamaica. What is your favorite parish, and what do you consider the most marvelous feature of Jamaica's landscape?
I would say favorite parish would have to be Westmoreland.
It's because you come from Westmoreland.
I would say so. And out west generally. So Westmoreland and Montego Bay, 2 fantastic places in the country. Everything from the rivers, mountains, hills, Negril 7 Mile Beach. There's just a host of things to do. ATVs, zip lining, rivers, cliffs. Amazing. Watching the sunset in Negril is like one of my favorite things to do.
Absolutely.
Best thing in the world.
I'm with you on that. 100% with you on that. And actually, I must agree that Negril is one of my favorite places in Jamaica.
Good.
For sure, next to Portland.
Good, good.
But I am going to take a slice of this National Giant bread.
And I am taking a small break.
Watch him run out of the studio again, no?
2 minutes.
2,000 years later.
Able-Don, I must say though, that technically, you cannot tap out, you know?
No, man.
You're the only guest when I have. We run out of the studio, ball theme, eyeball theme, nose ball. Oh, I need to take a little break, get to recover, come back on set fresh as ever, like you're just eating the first wing.
So I would say my pepper tolerance, I told you, was about 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's 50%. But I am on my last wing. I think I've done an exceptional job, and your
So
crew
you
thinks the same. I'm actually ready for another platter.
Who told you that? They said that when they went
They
on
told
set.
me that.
I think they're only trying to encourage you to come back on the set.
Well, either way, I'm encouraged. So let's go.
All right, let's go.
And we're on the last one. So
Yeah, we are on the last sauce, Able-Don. And we have a tradition here on the last sauce, right? Where we put an extra dab of the last sauce on the wing. So I know say you're the type of man where we run away and run out to the studio and do one bag of things and go on with a bag of antics. But I'm holding you today. This is court. Act like we're in court.
Okay.
It can't come out until it's finished.
okay.
You got that?
So you're the judge.
I am the judge.
Gotcha.
Judge Ashley presiding over Lincoln's One Little Tubes hot sauce and Able-Don Foote.
All right, let's go.
Court is now in session.
Let's do it. All right.
So we just open the sauce and put
let's
some
go.
forward.
So I put a nice big
More than a little tubes.
drop of Lincoln's Little Tubes.
Yeah, man. And then we just dip it in there.
But already has a lot on it.
And then you have at it.
Let's go.
All right. So the legal practice largely involves framing arguments based on existing precedent and evidence presented in a bid to win a case. Often, in the pursuit of legal determinations, what wins cases is not based on what's true or what's false. If you ever got in trouble, who would you ask to defend you?
Whoa. That's a very good question.
That's a good question. You never thought of this before?
I actually have. And my answer to that would be my former mentor. I used to work with him, KD Knight.
Oh,
I think
nice.
he is a brilliant thinker, strategist, and tactician. So outside of what the law is on paper,
Yeah.
you know, we're in a human world. You have to understand human nature. You have to understand psychology. You know, a lot of these traits that I've harnessed in terms of tactics, especially, is something I watched him do firsthand, and I learned a lot from it. But I have a deep affinity for the law and research. So I would say, considering that and coupling those two together, that's the hallmark of a great lawyer or advocate, because I think researching anything as well is a holy grail, whether it's law, investments, finance, you know, pharmaceutical industry, you're gonna do R&D. Whatever business you're in, you're gonna do your research. So that's a major part of what makes you a successful person generally. That's what I would say.
Consider calling them if you're in trouble.
Yeah. So I would say I would probably get a team. So he would lead the team. And then outside
It's so much trouble you got to be in us. We need a team.
No, just, you know, I would say like I would get a team, and I would also put Chris on the team too, my good friend Townsend.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that would be an excellent team to pick, you know, because you can't represent yourself.
Yeah. And I'm here sitting waiting on you to take another bite while I'm listening to you talk.
All right, so I'm gonna finish it. So I'm halfway there.
You're halfway there. Nice.
Let's go.
And the pepper treating you okay?
It's going good.
It's going good? All right, cool. I like how you never run out on the last one.
So, I'm finished.
You
good.
finished?
This is good.
That's good. We just wait to see if you're gonna run out on me again.
Hold it, man.
Okay. All right, Able-Don. I think you're good. I don't think you're gonna run. He's a flight risk, guys. We need to hold this man down on the ground because he's a flight risk.
It's actually a legal term, you know that?
Yes, I do.
That's so good.
I'm a little witty. I have a little wit to me. All right, Able-Don, thank you so much for coming through today. And since you made it to the end, you have 30 seconds to look to any of the cameras and tell the people what they need to know about what's going on in your life or your career.
I would say overly ambitious and bullish on the future on Jamaica and really desirous of doing some phenomenal and groundbreaking things in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, and just generally across the world, I would say.
Nice. And if they want to find you, where can we find you on socials?
It's one Able-Don.
Okay, cool. Across the board on everything.
Across the board.
All right, cool, Able-Don. I look forward to seeing more of your astronomical plans unfold.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you so
All right,
much.
cool.
And thanks for having me, guys.
No problem. Well, I would say you can come back and eat more pepper with me, but I know say from you're gone, you now come back in the studio.
Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. Thank you for being here. Guys, that is it. I'm Ashley M. This was another episode of Hot Ones Caribbean Edition. And I feel like this one did just spicy. This is spicy, it did nice. I feel like Able-Don was a nice guest.
Thank you.
Even though you left me in the studio a couple times.
I think the content was good.
Oh, yes, I think so too. All right, guys, remember to stay hot and tune in for the next one. You made it.
I made it. I made it. I made it.
You made it.
I'll make it right back too. Hot, man, hot.
This edition of Hot Ones Caribbean is brought to you by the Jamaica Tourist Board.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to hit that bell to get notifications for more things Tempo.